Hey all, welcome to the channel. This is Cliff Jumper, aka Brendan. You can call me whatever you want there. Yeah, I drove off a cliff. That happened. Anyway, every once in a while, various companies will send me stuff to test out and review. And if you have been watching the channel, or maybe not, I mostly focus on European cars, some Japanese, but mostly German, Italian. Well, a company sent me a scan tool that is for GM cars. So fortunately, I have a couple of neighbors who have some GM cars, and they're going to let me plug this in to their vehicle and test out this code reader, see how it does, and we'll report back on that. So let's do that. Not that I expect any like crazy stuff to happen when we unbox this, but it's probably just like a code reader and maybe some instructions. Yep, user manual. Okay, great, cool. And it probably even has a quick startup guide as well. Yep, quick start guide. There we go. Sweet. So I'll go read through those real quick, make sure we know what we're doing with this thing, and I'll go plug this into my neighbor's GM. One of them's got an SUV of some sort that's a Chevy, so we'll give it a whirl and see how it does.
2 hours later.
Hey, so I'm continuing with, I started this video a while ago and then we had to pause it because I was sent a scan tool for GM, like Chevy specific stuff. I don't own a Chevy. Fortunately, my next door neighbor does, and he happens to have a code. So this is going to be a mutually beneficial thing. We're going to try this thing out and see what's going on here. So go ahead and hit the home button on this. Let's do diagnostics. Auto detect, yeah, go for it. Let's see if it picks up. Of course, now it chooses to update the firmware, but we are close enough to pick up my Wi-Fi, so it's doing its thing. It's actually going pretty quickly. Scanning for the VIN so it knows what kind of car this is. Again, theoretically, this is a GM scanner. It should work on this. It should automatically figure out what we're dealing with here, but if not, I'll have to manually enter the VIN number and then let it scan again. So let's see what it does. All right, yay! 2004 GM, it figured it out, yes. Fabulous when things actually work the way they're supposed to. And yep, it is an automatic. Transfer case, is yours a 3-button selectable or a 4-button? Let's see here. We've got 4-button. And it's got the, I don't know what radio. Hold on. All right. Scanning for a health report. So while it's scanning, yeah, Creader sent me this scan tool, and they were supposed to send me a Volkswagen one initially. They sent me the GM one. I tried it. It did not like Volkswagens. So it does the OBD2 function, but it didn't pick up any of the factory codes. What we're looking for is factory codes. So now I'm going to use this, and let's see. We got all sorts of stuff popping up here. Body control module. Yeah, it's going to find a fault with the radio since he has an aftermarket one. All right. Making its way through there. Fault code in the passenger door module. Rear seat audio. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so we've got the diagnostic report, powertrain system. So we've got a thing here that says abnormal. The brake switch circuit, low voltage. Okay. Body control module. We've got a battery rundown protect circuit. Digital radio receiver. Well, he's got an aftermarket stereo, so that explains that code. Passenger door module. Oh, okay, so it's looking at the tire pressure sensors. And the rear seat audio, it's interesting that it notices such stuff. Tire pressure monitoring, yep, we've already found that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit share and send this. The network is not available. What do you mean the network? You were just downloading off my network. All right, well. If I lift you up, are you gonna see my network? That's so interesting. All right, so I'll copy some of this stuff down for my neighbor and give him the report of what's going on. Now, looking at these codes that he's got, they seem like they're related to low voltage, all of them. So that's probably, you know, if the car isn't driven very much and they start it and the voltage dips, that can trigger a whole bunch of error codes right on startup. Or if he had a bad battery before, these could be older codes that are just kind of lingering. So we're going to go ahead and clear them, and we'll see what comes back after he drives it for a little bit, and then go based on that. So here we go. Clear all codes. Yes. Okay, so we ran the full scan again, and it's coming back with a body control module. It's the battery rundown protection circuit is giving him an issue. And it did turn itself off while we were scanning, so I think it's probably related to that. Digital radio we're not worried about because he's got an aftermarket radio. We've got the tire pressure sensor showing up in 2 places. Rear seat audio, that's because, well, they've got an aftermarket radio, so the rear seat stuff is not communicating. And here we have more left front, and right rear tire pressure sensors. So that is, that's where that's at. So thank you, good scan. Anyway, this is pretty easy to use. It's pretty intuitive. It's pretty inexpensive for what it is. If you've got a GM car, you know, a Chevy, whatever, and you need to be able to scan for factory codes, this will fit the bill. So if you are within distance of your Wi-Fi, and I'm right on the border of it, then you can actually share the report from this. It'll email you all the codes so that you're not having to write them down or take pictures of them with your phone. But since I am not at my home right now scanning, it's not quite close enough to my network to do that. Anyway, I hope this helps you out. I will drop a link in the description where you can find this, and you know, make sure you hit like. If this helped you out, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content, and we'll see you next time. God bless you. Bye-bye.
And on that terrible disappointment, it's time to say goodbye. We'll be back.